Joining me right now is CNN senior military analyst, former NATO Supreme Allied Commander, retired Admiral James Stavridis, also the co-author of a new book, 2084, a novel of future war. It's good to see you. Third consecutive night of attacks. President Trump's trying to characterize this latest round, if you will, as a military skirmish. Senators, though, Admiral, are now debating if this has reached forever war status. Can you give me your sense of where are we?
We are closer to forever war than we are to a ceasefire, and I take no joy in saying that. I have felt for a long time, ultimately the two parties here would get to a negotiated conclusion, but certainly the ceasefire is frayed, if not completely off the charts. And Kate, you pointed out the most important thing the administration is doing is this 1,000-mile blockade of the Iranian coast. That's about California, Oregon kind of length. A lot of ports, very expensive to do that. But if anything is going to get the attention of the Iranians, it'll be closing down those red ports that you're showing right there. But final thought here, that takes time. You can't just open and close that gate overnight. So unfortunately, we're probably in for a period of turbulence here.
That's exactly what I was going to ask, which is when they say the blockade on Iranian ports goes into effect at 4 p.m. Eastern, what does that mean for the U.S. Navy? What do people need to understand? As you said, it's not a switch that you flip on and off.
The U.S. Navy will send a couple of destroyers up and around each of the major concentrations of port. And here you've got commanding officers, they're 36, 37, 38 years old. They've got 350 sailors on this destroyer, and their job is to interdict any major ship that attempts to come in and out of that port. It's very risky business, and it can lead to further incidents, further acts of violence going both ways. So think dozens of ships to do this. You've got to put aircraft overhead. You need hundreds of aircraft in order to provide air cover to all of them. Drones possibly coming at them from the air and on the sea. You get the picture, Kate. It's a big operation. It's complicated, and the effects are kind of slow moving, frankly.
Yeah. Then you've got the president's declaration that he wants to charge a 20% fee on all commercial shipping moving through the strait. I mean, this is a direct contradiction of the long-stated position of the United States and the recent stated position of this United States Secretary of State and the Treasury Secretary. What do you do with this?
I think as an overall global reaction to this is going to be extremely negative. And in particular, because as you say, there's long-term history here. The U.S. Navy has built its reputation over 2.5 centuries on preserving freedom of the high seas. And as recently as 2 days ago, Secretary of State Marco Rubio, who knows his international law, very clearly said any kind of a toll on a strait like that is not how we would do business. It is not legal under international law. So I am scratching my head to understand how you would even collect this. The level of that toll, it sounds somewhat benign, 20%, I suppose, but that it would double the cost of shipping because the shipping is a significant component. Now you're going to add another 20%, not based on the shipping cost, but based on the total cost of the multi-billion-dollar ship. So I see no way realistically this is going to be implemented in the immediate moment.
Admiral, thank you so much for coming in today. I appreciate it.